Hi, I'm Bob Moncur and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Whiteboard preview, which we've got Barnsley on the weekend. It's not your usual preview, some technical issues this week. I've ordered the wrong mic, fantastic. And my stand which holds up my recording equipment has snapped its leg, fantastic. So I need a new one tomorrow. So today's preview is going to be handheld, so bear with us. Let's switch the camera around and let's have a look at Newcastle's lineup behind me. Right, so the lineup, I think, Elliott, right back Yedlin, and Bemba and Clark and Dummett is the across the back four. Perez to play on the right. Hayden, Shelvey, Diarmi in the number 10. Atsu continues fine form on the left. He might be switched to the right depending on what Rafa goes for. And I think he'll go with Mitrovic up top with Dwight Gale possibly back. Dwight Gale could be on the bench. So if you watched yesterday's video, I mentioned that Barnsley will hit one on the counter-attack, the great set pieces, creating chances and stealing the ball from opposition. So behind me are the red dots, which I think Barnsley will line up 4-4-2. This is all about Newcastle, this video. Right, so beginning the goalkeeper, Rob Hill to continue his place in goal. DeAndre Yedlin, now if I just zoom out a little bit, DeAndre Yedlin, I feel, will obviously have a licence, as per usual, because Vernon won't be suitable for this game, is literally to bomb on. So if Yedlin can bomb on that right flank, I do think that coming in here, that Jose Perez will have that licence to play a little bit of a freedom, because he might go with Atsu over here. But I do think with Richie being missing, I think it'll be Jose Perez to play there again. This is where I think he'll be. And I think he'll just be asked to do Richie's job. Not so much defensively, because we know Richie's better going backwards. Perez going forward, I think, isn't too bad. I mean, I am expecting Perez to play here. Isn't too bad. Going forward, do Richie's job. Going backwards, I do think that Isaac Hayden will possibly need to come over here if needs to be. I don't think it'll be too often, because on the other flank, Barnsley over here are strong on this flank. So these two will line up and attack. So they're strong. That's where the strength comes from. And if you look how Barnsley line up goalkeeper, left back, centre back, right back, and so on, it's basically a 4-4-2, and they're going to be sitting counter-attack. So they will be hitting Newcastle on. So Hayden obviously coming over here. Paul Dummett, obviously, like I mentioned, Barnsley are strong on the right-hand flank. So Paul Dummett, I don't think he'll get bomb on so much because I think Atsu, that'll be down to Christian Atsu. Because the lad's been in fine form, he's given Rafa food for thought of do we sign him or do we not. So expect Atsu to come over this way and just try and get down the byline. I don't think it'll be so much as Gouffran, because we know Gouffran comes inwards. Atsu will be asked to continue his fine form, do what he's been doing. I mean, his free kick was absolutely fantastic. I think Mo Diarmi needs a performance, though, because I genuinely feel that he is under threat for leaving the club this season. I think he's been disappointing all season. He's had 2 or 3 good games over the Christmas period, but he needs a performance. He needs to remind Rafa that, look, I can't play with Mitrovic, because I don't feel he's very good with Mitrovic if Mitrovic does start. Speaking of Mitrovic, let's talk about him. I do think it'll be him. If it's Murphy, I can't see Gale coming in straight from the lineup. I think Gale might come on later on if he's fit. Mitrovic, he needs service, doesn't he? So, well, obviously Gale got the double at Orkwell, but you need service from Perez, Diarmi and Atsu. If Atsu can get down that byline and improve his crossing, I don't think he's great at crossing. If he can get that in to Mitrovic, you know, Mitrovic loves to bully a defender. He needs a goal, so start him, because he's went with something like ridiculous, like 16 games without a goal. Maybe you guys at home will probably say start Murphy, but either way, whoever starts, they need service. If your strikers don't get service, they're not going to get goals. And as I mentioned in other videos as well, when either Murphy or Mitrovic hold the ball off, you need Diarmi on his bike, you need Atsu getting forward, you need Perez reading the signs, because Richie reads them signs absolutely fantastic when the striker holds the ball up. Now, just coming up to Jonjo Shelvey. Jonjo Shelvey will pick the ball up deep off the defenders as well. Obviously, he can spray these long Hollywood balls. And I think Richie is absolutely fantastic at reading that. I don't think Jose Perez is, though, personally for me. You know, Shelvey can spray these to Atsu. Even if he wants to, he can hit Mitrovic diagonally or even to the front, and Mitrovic will hold it off as long as he's got runners coming off. And if it doesn't work, remember I was saying a few videos ago, if this plan A doesn't work, let's go plan B. So if this doesn't work at all, let's get Shelvey in this position. Let's get Diarmi out there. Let's put Shelvey further forward, because I think he's I think if plan A isn't working, I think Shelby's better than Diarmi going forward. Even possibly, even if it's Diarmi or even Colback comes on later on in the game and push Shelby forward, I could see that happening if Newcastle need that goal. The two centre backs, Mbemba and Clark, will be another chance to impress because last time out was the first time that they played together. This will only be the second time. Again, it gives us and Rafa something to think about with these two, So those two need to talk to each other. Rob Elliott, I don't think he'll be troubled too much in the game. He's great at obviously long balls as well. So maybe getting a counter attack with the wingers as well. That's how I think we can win the game against Barnsley. Of course, let me know what you lot think. Any comments down there below. Would you change the striker? And importantly, do you think maybe even Sammy Amiobi could even start, believe it or not? Let us know your thoughts down below. So that's what I think. I'll be doing fan cams after the game. I'll be after the game because obviously it finishes about 10-2. There'll be the lap of honour, of course, whether win the league or come second. There'll be some sort of trophy presentation. I'll be there recording that. Afterwards, I'll be hanging around these locations, which you can see on your screen now. So I'll be there for approximately about an hour and a half as well. Hopefully get a couple of footballers, some pictures from them or some video from them as well. But I'll be hanging around that kind of area as well. Of course, come along the fan cams as well. I like to say new people at the very end of the season as well. Of course, the regulars, I'm sure they'll be there as well. So sorry about this carry on because my mic's been absolutely terrible. I bought the one wrong and bought the wrong one, and of course my stand which holds up my camera decides to go bust on us. Fantastic. So it looks like I'll be busy boy tomorrow in the shops. Right, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll win the game, and hopefully you never know, I might get the title. Thanks, bye bye.